Why do people return after causing pain? Behaving as if nothing ever happened. They walked away when you needed them most, leaving behind silence, unanswered questions, and scars too deep for words. Just as the wounds begin to heal, they reappear, knocking on the very door they once closed. It feels tempting to believe it's love, regret, or even a change of heart. But Stoic wisdom urges us to see beyond appearances. The truth is often harder to accept. People rarely return for the reasons we hope. They come back for comfort, control, or fears they cannot face alone. In this video, we'll reveal 7 secret reasons why people come back to hurt you. Stay until the end, because once you understand the truth, you'll protect your peace forever. Let's get started. Number 1, familiarity feels safer than growth. People often return after hurting you, not because they've changed, but because the familiar feels safer than the unknown. In Stoic philosophy, this is seen as the mind's natural tendency to seek comfort over challenge. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that humans cling to what feels safe, even when it's harmful. Just like a bird returning to its old nest, even if it's broken, they drift back because what is known feels less threatening than what is new. Growth requires effort, humility, and responsibility, qualities many avoid. So instead of building healthier bonds elsewhere, they circle back to what they already understand. The Stoic response is to recognize this pattern without mistaking it for genuine care. Familiarity is just a dread of change, cloaked in connection. It is not love. Number 2, guilt seeks relief, not redemption. When someone inflicts harm, guilt begins to weigh on them like an invisible chain. Their return is often less about valuing the bond and more about silencing the noise within their own conscience. Seneca observed that many actions are driven not by reason, but by personal unrest. In this case, seeking forgiveness becomes an escape from inner torment, not a commitment to change. Stoicism teaches that guilt belongs to the one who created it, not to the one who was harmed. Relief is short-term. Redemption necessitates change, self-control, and accountability. Their presence after hurting you is frequently an attempt to soothe themselves, not an offering of genuine growth or renewed respect. Number 3, control disguised as care. Not every return is fueled by love. Sometimes it's about control. Like a bird that escapes its cage, your independence threatens those who once held power over you. Stoic taught that people cling to illusions of control because it soothes their insecurity. When you step away, your freedom becomes proof that they never truly owned you. Thus, they come back not purely for the purpose, but to regain power. This is why Stoics advise strengthening boundaries to guard your peace from those who mistake possession for connection. If their return feels like a chain rather than a choice, remember it is not love that drives them, but fear of losing control. Number 4, they see your growth without them. Here's where things get interesting. Sometimes people return because they witness your quiet transformation. They thought you would stay broken, but you got back up stronger. Stoicism teaches that adversity, when faced with discipline, becomes the fuel of resilience. Like iron tested in fire, your progress shines brighter when they're absent. Seeing you thrive without them unsettles their pride. They return not always to support your journey, but to remind themselves they still matter. Your task then is to discern, are they celebrating your strength or threatened by it? Success is a matter of reaction, not of whether your adversary remains or not. Marcus Aurelius said that the greatest way to get even is to change into someone your enemy doesn't like. Number 5, they miss the benefit, not the bond. A bee visits a flower, not because it loves the petals, but because it craves the nectar. In the same way, some people come back after hurting you, not because they value the bond, but because they miss the benefits you once provided. It might be your support, your energy, resources, or even the comfort of being understood may be what they seek. Stoicism teaches us to differentiate between true affection and selfish attachment. Their return might seem like reconciliation, but it's often a transaction masked as connection. They miss what you offered them, not you. Acknowledge this truth and protect your self-worth. When someone values only the benefit, they will never genuinely respect the bond. Number 6. Their conscience clashes with loneliness. Loneliness can compel people to return forcefully than affection ever could. After all, solitude exposes the echoes of one's own actions. When someone has hurt you, the silence of being alone magnifies their choices. Seneca reminds us that the greatest punishment for vice is living with oneself. Their return might not signal newfound love, but rather a fear of facing themselves in isolation. Recognize this distinction. Loneliness is not the same as love. You have no obligation to save them from the void they made. A Stoic heart understands that companionship should come from genuine connection, not desperation to escape one's own company. Number 7. They want closure without consequences. Sometimes people return not because they value you, but because they want to ease their conscience. They hope to close the chapter on their terms without facing the true consequences of their actions. In Stoic philosophy, Seneca warns that many seek comfort, not accountability. By resurfacing, they attempt to rewrite the ending in a way that soothes their guilt while leaving you with unresolved pain. This is not closure, it's avoidance. They may seek forgiveness to quiet their conscience, but true closure isn't given, it's earned. When they return, notice whether they acknowledge the pain they caused or simply want to feel better about themselves. Guard your peace, because offering them closure without consequences only erases their lesson and repeats your suffering. So when they return after hurting you, remember it's rarely about love. Their return often stems from guilt, ego, or unresolved needs, not necessarily a testament to your worth. Stoicism encourages us to discern truth from illusion. The true power lies in your decision to either welcome them back or maintain your boundary. Remember, when someone who has hurt you returns, their motives may not be what they seem. Safeguard your peace and energy. Never mistake their reappearance for genuine personal growth. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching.